Welcome to Move with Madeline Yoga. Welcome all. This is Yoga for All. My name is Madeline. We can all just come to a seated cross-legged position. If cross-legged is not your thing, you can always bring the soles of the feet to touch and just sit up tall. If you have a blanket or a block and you want to sit on it just to get those hips up a little bit higher than the knees, that would be great. So whatever feels comfortable for you, you can cross the legs here. Go ahead and bring the palms onto the knees. You can either face them down or you can face them up. And you can either find a focal point or just close the eyes. And just start to take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale through the nose as you grow tall through the spine. Exhale, softening through the shoulders. We're just going to be here for a few moments. So a mantra that you can introduce in your practice, and this is just a way to help you come back to the self and come back to your center when those thoughts start to get in the way. But a mantra you can use in practice is Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So you can mentally repeat this to yourself as you breathe. And what that translates to is just I am divine, or in a way it means the state of my being is my ultimate reality. Aham Brahmasmi. So anytime throughout your practice, your thoughts just start to get in the way, or you start to notice yourself holding on to your breath, just come back to that mantra and breathe deep in and out through the nose. And as always, this is your practice, so take what you need. Don't force anything. Listen to the body and breathe, 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 most importantly. Take a few more breaths in your comfortable seat. If you notice any discomfort throughout the body in your seated position or child's pose or wherever you are, just breathe into that space. Send the breath to that area. Let's go ahead and inhale, reach both arms up high. And exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. And if you have a block underneath you, go ahead and remove that. Place it towards the top of your mat. You're going to inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, go ahead and twist to the right. So bring the left hand onto the right knee. Bring that right hand behind you. Inhale as you lift through the heart, drawing that belly in for your twist. Soften the shoulder down the back. Deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and return back through the center. Reach those arms up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So right hand onto that left knee. Lifting through the chest. Left hand behind you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And the next inhale, go ahead and reach those arms back up towards the center. Reach them up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. We're going to inhale, bring the hands onto the knees, and exhale here. Go ahead and inhale as you peel that heart forward, look up, and then exhale, rounding the spine. So seated cat-cow. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Inhale as you lift through the heart. Exhale, round through the spine. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more round. Inhale, lift. And exhale around. Go ahead and return the spine back to neutral and make your way onto your hands and knees for tabletop pose. And we're just gonna set up for a little balance here. Go ahead and extend that right leg behind you, hovering the toes. So you can either have the toes curled or you can press the top of the foot into the mat. Keep the belly engaged here. So both hands can be here as you breathe. Or if you want a little more challenge, you can reach that left hand forward. So opposite hand, opposite leg. So right leg back, left hand forward. Keep the toes flexing down, keep the heel pressing away and reach those fingertips forward. So imagine that someone's pulling you from the leg and from the fingers, opposite direction. Few breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll set everything down. We'll come to the other side. So go ahead and extend that left leg long, toes pointing down, flexing the heel back. You can stay here if this is enough, or maybe start to reach that right hand forward. Again, don't force anything. Try to find a focal point in this pose. So try not to let your gaze wander around. If you're watching me just to check in and see what I'm doing, check it quick, then come back to a focal point and breathe. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, we'll set everything down. And we'll move through some cat-cow. So on your inhale, go ahead and drop the belly, peel that heart forward, look up. And then exhale, we're going to press away, rounding the spine, tuck the chin in toward the chest. Inhale as you draw that belly down, peel that heart up. Exhale as you round through the spine. So go ahead and close the eyes and take 3 more rounds on your own, using the breath to guide you. So you can take it as fast or as slow as you want. And when you finish your 3rd round, go ahead and meet back into neutral spine, flat back, belly is engaged. So again, make sure those hands or palms are underneath the shoulders and knees are underneath the waist. Spread the fingers wide, press down through the thumb, the index and the pinky. Go ahead and curl the toes underneath you as you take a deep breath in. And then exhale, send the hips up high for your first downward facing dog. So think about finding a long spine rather than long legs. So bend through the knees, draw the belly in, and press the heart towards the thighs. Keep those fingers spreading wide. If this is too much, you can always come down onto your forearms. Take a few breaths in your down dog. And then together, we'll inhale, reach those heels up high. And exhale, send the heels back down. 2 more times. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels come back down. 1 more time. Inhale, bring those heels up high. Exhale, heels come back down. Go ahead and drop the knees down wide, bring the toes to touch and sink the hips back for a child's pose. So normally we start class like this, but we're starting it now. So take a few breaths in your child's pose. If this is uncomfortable, your hips might be up higher. You can place a pillow underneath the hips. You can always come and up onto blocks. If you have a block, you can always place the block underneath the forehead too. So taking any support that you need in your practice. Few more breaths in your child's pose. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and return back to your tabletop pose. Adjust those knees, bring them underneath the waist. Curl those toes and find another deep breath in, and exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. So feet can be hip width apart, or if you want them a little bit wider, you can spread them a little bit wider. We'll go ahead and bend the knees on your inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, walk or step or hop to the top of the mat, coming to a forward fold. So feet are hip width apart, bending at the knees, let the top half of the body go, just let it dangle if you wish. If you want to grab onto opposite elbows for ragdoll, feel free. If you want to go deeper into a neck stretch, you can interlace those fingers, bring them behind the head, tucking the chin in towards the chest. So breathe into the back as you fold. Imagine your spine just growing longer with every exhale that you take. And if your hands are interlaced or you're grabbing onto opposite elbows, go ahead and release those. And on your inhale, slide the palms up to the shins or thighs, halfway lift, draw the belly in, gaze is down, and exhale, come back down and fold. Root down through the feet as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high, look up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. We're going to inhale, open up the arms, lift through the chest. Exhale, bending through the knees, rounding through the spine. Go ahead and give yourself a hug. Inhale as you grow tall, open up through the chest. Exhale, opposite arm comes over, rounding through the spine. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, return back to the center. Open up those arms, open up the chest. Exhale, the hands to the heart. And we'll inhale, reach both arms up high. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift, gaze is down, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant the palms onto the mat or blocks if you have them and step that right foot back into a runner's lunge. So the front knee will stack over the front ankle. You can have the blocks at a lower setting if you're using them or even a higher setting. Keep that belly engaged and try to find a focal point in front of you and breathe. Deep breaths in your runner's lunge. Maybe close the eyes if you want to take away a sense to really tune into that breath. You can always come back to that mantra anytime you wish. Aham Brahmasmi. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and drop that back heel down. And we're going to rise up into a warrior one. So the heart is facing forward, hips are facing towards the right corner or forward. All hips are different, so it can be facing either or. Find a deep breath in here as you lift through the chest. And on your exhale, open up to warrior two. So the heart is facing towards the right side of your mat. Gaze is going to be past the left middle finger. The front knee is tracking towards the left side of your mat. So you're opening up through the hips. Again, front knee is stacked over the ankle or slightly behind it. So if you notice that your knee is going past, go ahead and scooch those toes forward. Imagine that someone's pulling you again from your front hand and your back hand. Deep breaths in your warrior two. And then on your inhale, go ahead and straighten that front leg, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, bend right back into that warrior two. Flip that front palm as you inhale, tilt forward, keep the legs where they're at. Exhale, reach back. Reach that left hand up and the right hand down, reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and return back to warrior two. Deep breath in. Exhale, the left elbow comes onto the left thigh. Reach that right hand up and over for side angle pose. So you can make this pose as challenging as you want. If you want to bring a hand into a block inside of that leg, you can. If you want to reach that left hand forward and engage to the belly to make it a little more challenging, you can also do that. We're here for a few breaths. Think about reaching through the right fingertips. Now on your next inhale, go ahead and return back to your warrior two. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel those hands down, frame that front foot, step back into a plank pose. Option to drop the knees down if you wish. Find a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Hug those elbows along the rib cage. And we'll set up for Cobra. Zip the legs up together, kneecaps lift. Inhale, lift the heart up for Cobra. As I'm getting kisses from Stella. Exhale, release. Then inhale again, lift that heart up. Use the strength of your back, draw the belly and waist up and in. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift up for your Cobra. Maybe hover those hands for a second. Exhale, release and lower. And then inhale, press yourself up to a tabletop or a plank. Exhale, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. One more deep breath. Go ahead and bend through the knees. On your inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward fold, bending through the knees. Inhale to your halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale, fold. Root down as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high, look up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Inhale, we'll open up those arms, lift through the chest. Exhale, round, give yourself a hug. Inhale as you open up. Exhale, opposite arm over, round and give yourself a hug. Inhale again as you open up through the chest, open up those arms. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach both arms up high. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms and again onto the mat or blocks and step that left foot back this time into your runner's lunge. So use the support that you need, front knee stacked over the front ankle. Sinking through those hips so the back heel is over the ball of the foot. And you're peeling that heart forward. Keep that belly engaged. And breathe here. If you're shaking, that's okay, that's good. Just keep breathing. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and drop that back heel down 45 degrees and we'll rise up to a warrior one. So both feet are planted. Lifting through the chest, slight tuck in the tailbone, engage through the belly, soften the shoulders down the back as those palms roll in, the pinkies roll into each other. Deep breaths. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and open up to your warrior two, heart facing towards the left side of the mat this time. Front knee is tracking towards the right, so it's not caving in. And it's above the ankle or slightly behind it. Gaze is past the middle finger. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Go ahead and flip that front palm, keeping the legs where they're at. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, tilt back for your reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale back into your warrior two. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh, reach that left hand up and over. So again, option to make it as challenging as you want. You can either keep the hand where it's at, you can bring it into a block inside of the thigh, or you could reach that right hand forward. Your choice, your practice. Make it as easy or as challenging as you wish. Just breathe here. Think about reaching again through those left fingertips. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and return back to your warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down, frame that front foot, step back into your plank pose. Again, option to drop the knees if you wish. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale up to that cobra or up dog. Everything lifted except the tops of the feet. And then exhale, make your way into your downward facing dog. So you can always skip that. You can always just come right into a down dog. Anytime I say flow it out. So it's your choice, your practice. Like I said, we'll take a few breaths in down dog. And think about pressing the heart towards the thighs. And then we'll go ahead and bend through the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down to the feet as you inhale, rise, reach both arms up high. And exhale, we're gonna sink into the hips for a chair pose. So feet can either be hip width apart or feet can be together with a tiny little gap between the heels. If they're together, go ahead and squeeze those legs towards each other. Keep that belly drawn in, lift through the chest, and weight is gonna be in the heels. So you should be able to lift the toes up. Check down, make sure you can see your toes. Breathe here. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and straighten the legs and come back down to a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant those palms, step that right foot back into a runner's lunge, but we're gonna drop the back knee down. And again, you can use those blocks if you wish to sink into the hips, uncurl the toes. Just sinking into the hips here. So try not to let that knee go too far past the front ankle. So if you notice yourself like this, see if you can scooch the ankle right underneath the knee. Deep breaths in your lunge. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, send the hips back. Bring those hands or blocks parallel to the knee. Point the toes towards the ceiling as you inhale, lift through the heart, draw that belly in. Exhale, fold over that front leg. So you'll feel it in the back of your legs. Deep breaths in these half splits. Come back to your mantra if you notice your thoughts are wandering. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bend through that front knee. Curl the back toes. Inhale, lift through the back knee. And on your exhale, go ahead and step that right foot to meet the left into a forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down to the feet as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. And exhale, we'll sink right back into our chair pose. So again, weight is in the heels, keep that belly drawn in and engaged, lift through the chest. We're here for a couple breaths. Maybe close the eyes. And then inhale, go ahead and straighten those legs, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. Go ahead and step the left foot back into your runner's lunge. And we're just going to drop that back knee down to a low crescent lunge. So sinking into the hips. Try to tuck the tailbone a bit and keep that belly engaged so you're not hurting the back. Use the support you need and breathe here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, send the hips back, point the right toes up, bring the hands parallel to the knees for a half split. Inhale as you lift through the heart. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Deep breaths here. And then on your inhale, go ahead and bend through that front knee. Curl the back toes. Inhale, lift through the back knee. As you exhale, step that left foot to meet the right back into your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale, fold. And root down to the feet as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. I'm just going to go ahead and face you guys just so you can see. Go ahead and interlace those fingers and inhale, press those palms forward and up. And then exhale, soften the shoulders down the back. Go ahead and inhale, press up through the palms. Exhale, go ahead and lean to the right. So ground down to that left foot. If this is uncomfortable, you can always just interlace the fingers and point the thumb and the index. We'll inhale, return back to the center. Exhale, lean to the left. Ground down to that right foot. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, goal post the arms, tuck the tailbone, lift through the chest. Open up here. Deep breath in. And then exhale, return back to neutral. Bring the hands to the heart center. Go ahead and I'll meet you guys back up at the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, reach both arms up high. And exhale the hands to the heart. So go ahead and find a focal point, something that's not moving. We're going to ground down to that left foot. That's going to be your standing foot. Inhale that right knee up towards the chest. And on your exhale, you're going to step that right foot back into a high crescent lunge. So if you wobble, that's fine, just like I did. The back heel is going to be over the ball of the foot. If you want to bring the hands to the hips, you can. Inhale, we'll go ahead and reach both arms up high. On your exhale, drawing the floor with your eyes, go ahead and we're going to twist to the left. So that right hand is forward, left hand is back. Squeeze those legs towards each other. Find your focal point and breathe. If you fall out of this, that's okay. You're challenging your balance. If you fall out of any pose, that's wonderful. You're challenging your balance, so that's good. Inhale, return back through the center, reach both arms up high. So on exhale, open up warrior two. Drop that back heel down, heart is facing towards the right side of the mat. Inhale to reverse the warrior, right hand down, left hand up. Exhale here. On your inhale, go ahead and straighten that front leg. Press down to that front big toe. As you exhale, reach forward with that left hand. Bring it down onto a shin or a block for triangle pose. So reach that right hand up high. And I say press down through that left big toe so you keep a tiny little micro bend in that front knee so you're not hyperflexing it. So think about growing tall with the lifted finger, the right fingertips, rather than crunching down. So reaching up. Deep breaths here. And we'll inhale, reach that right hand forward and down, pivoting that back heel, framing that front foot, coming back to a runner's lunge. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. We'll bend the knees and inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. Exhale, the hands to the heart. So we're going to do the same thing but other side. So go ahead and find a focal point, something that's not moving. Pressing down to the right foot, that's your standing foot. We're going to inhale, draw that left knee up towards the chest. And exhale, step that left foot back into a high crescent lunge. The back heel is lifted over the ball of the foot. Keep the belly engaged, slight tuck in the tailbone, lift in the chest. When you're ready, you can reach those arms up high. You can always leave the hands at the heart center too if you wish. Deep breath in as you squeeze, engage here, but also breathe to soften. Exhale, twist to the right. So right hand back, left hand forward. Press down through the front foot and the back ball of the foot. Deep breaths. Now on your inhale, return back to the center, both arms up. Exhale, drop that back heel down, open up warrior two. Adjust the stance if you need. Tracking that front knee towards the right. Flipping that front palm, inhale, tilt back, reverse warrior. Exhale here. And then we'll inhale, straighten that front leg, press down through that front big toe. Exhale, reaching forward with that right hand and down onto a shin or block for triangle pose. Reach that left hand up high. Deep breaths in the triangle pose. Again, if your thoughts are wandering, you can always come back to that mantra, Aham Brahmasmi. And inhale, reach that left hand forward and down, framing that front foot, bending through that front knee as you inhale, peel that heart forward for runner's lunge. Exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Let's all go ahead and drop the knees down, come into a child's pose. Send the hips back. Take a few breaths here. If you have water near you, go ahead and take a sip of water. Just allowing ourselves to reset for a moment. Come back to the breath. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way back up into your downward facing dog. And then go ahead and bend the knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. So if you have blocks, that's great. You can place one or both blocks directly in front of either foot. We're going to come into a half moon pose. So if you want to use a wall for this, this is a great pose to use a wall just for alignment. But we're going to start with the right leg. So if you only have one block, or if you don't have a block, that's totally fine. Place the hand on in front of you. We're going to send that left leg up. Start to rotate that hip. So the toes are facing towards the left side of your mat. You can stay here, maybe bring one hand to the heart. Maybe start to reach that left hand up high. And again, use a wall if needed. So if you have a wall near you, go ahead and place the back against it. Opening up through the hips. A wall is great just to see how it feels like to be in alignment with this pose. So the goal of this pose is to really find a flat back and reach that left hand up high. A few more breaths. And then slowly release that left hand down, that left leg down, come into a forward fold, feet hip width apart. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. So we'll just come to the other side. If you want to use a wall, just go ahead and switch sides. Otherwise, we'll start to place the left hand onto a block or a floor in front of us. You can tent the fingers. Go ahead and reach that right leg back. Then rotate that right hip open. So the toes are going to be facing towards the right side of the mat. Imagine that you're kicking someone. Growing tall through the spine. So reaching that crown of the head forward. Again, you can just stay here with that hand hovering. You can bring the hand to the heart, or maybe start to reach the right hand up high. Deep breaths here. Again, you can always use a wall for extra support. And use your blocks if you have them. Blocks are wonderful. Take one more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and slowly release that right hand down, release the right leg down. Come back to your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And root down as you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart and just pause here. Feel your heartbeat. Come back to your breath. Notice any tension that may have arisen in your practice in your body. Just cool it down with your breath. And we'll take a cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose and open the mouth side out. And on your next inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and plant the palms. Step that right foot back. We're going to bring both hands into the inside of that right foot. Sink into the hips for a lizard pose. Again, blocks are wonderful here for some extra support. You can uncurl the toes. And this can be a very uncomfortable pose, especially if we sit a lot. So we're opening up through the hips. So use the support you need and use your breath to cool you and to comfort you. So keep breathing, facing the discomfort in our yoga practice actually allows us to face discomfort in our everyday life much easier. So what we unfold in our practice, we can unfold in our everyday life. A few more breaths, you've got this. Awesome, we're gonna go ahead and curl the back toes, inhale, lift through the back knee. And then we're gonna walk the hands over to the left side of our mat, pivot all the toes, bring the blocks with you. We're gonna inhale, draw the belly in, halfway lift, exhale, wide-legged fold. A few more breaths. And on your next inhale, find a flat back, draw that belly in. As you exhale, walk the hands to the back of your mat, pivoting all the toes, and hands are going to go on the inside of that left leg this time. Go ahead and drop the back knee down, uncurl the toes if you wish. And again, you can use those blocks for some extra support, 1 or 2 blocks. Maybe closing the eyes. Deep breaths in this discomfort. Over time, as you continue to practice and open up, this will be comfortable. Keep breathing, a few more breaths. Go ahead and curl the back toes. Inhale, lift through the back knee. As you exhale, walk the hands back to the center again, just like where we were. Inhale, draw that belly in, flat back. Exhale, wide-legged fold. And then on your next inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, walk the hands to the front of the mat. Go ahead and step that right foot to meet the left in a downward facing dog. And then we're just going to drop the knees down. Go ahead and make our way onto our bums. And we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together for a seated butterfly position. If you have blocks, you can place them underneath the knees. You can always place the blocks underneath the knees too. Go ahead and grab onto the ankles or the outer edges of the foot. Inhale as you lift through the heart. Exhale, fold down towards the center. You can always crawl those hands out in front of you too. Deep breaths here. And then we're slowly going to walk those hands up. Go ahead and close the knees. Hug that right knee in towards the chest and let that left leg go long. And we're going to cross that right leg over. If it's hovering, that's okay. You can bring it on a block too. Bring that right hand behind us. Lift through the chest. Go ahead and inhale, reach that left hand up high. Exhale, you can either hug that right knee as you twist or bring the elbow to the outside of the right thigh. And then your next inhale, go ahead and unwind that, uncross that right leg, extend it long, then hug that left knee in towards the chest, cross it over the right thigh. Bring the left hands behind you, tenting the fingers. Inhale that right hand up high. Exhale, twist to the left. So again, option to either hook that elbow outside or you can just hug the right knee. Go ahead and unwind. Go ahead and extend both legs out in front of you. Remove the flesh from underneath you. So come onto the sit bones. We'll inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, fold down the center. So you can grab onto the calves or the shins if you have blocks and you want to place the hands onto the blocks, you can do that too. This is a little bit easier for you and you have a block, you can place a block behind the foot and reach around that. few more breaths in your fold. We'll go ahead and walk the hands up. Bring both soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring the sit bones as close as you can to the heels and make your way onto your back, keeping the soles of the feet onto the mat so the knees are lifted. Go ahead and inhale that right leg up high. Exhale, cross it over the left knee. So you're coming to a figure four. Keep the right toes flexed. Option is stay right here, or you can draw that left knee in towards the chest and you can interlace the fingers underneath the thigh or the kneecap. So in a supine pigeon here. Keep breathing. Come back to that mantra if you need. Aham Brahmasmi. Take one more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release that left leg down, uncross the right leg. Bring the feet to the outer edges of the mat, bring the arms up to a T, and just start to windshield wiper those legs. And then return those feet back to hip width apart underneath the knees. Go ahead and inhale that left leg up and exhale, cross over the right thigh. Keep the left toes flexed back. Staying right here, or go ahead and draw that right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers underneath the thighs or the knees. And breathing here. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release that down, uncross that left leg. Again, bring the soles of the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Bring those arms out to a T and just start to windshield wiper the legs. Excuse me. And then we'll bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, rocking from side to side. And then we're going to bring those knees towards the armpit, so opening it up. And then bring the soles of the feet towards the ceiling for a happy baby. So you can press down underneath the thighs to bring those knees closer to the floor, or you can grab onto the ankles, press it down, or maybe the outer edges of the foot. Opening up into your happy baby. If you release gas in this pose, that's totally okay. That's totally normal. A lot of these poses allow us to move the energy in our body. So if you've released gas, let it out. This is a good one too. One more deep breath in. Exhale here. Go ahead and hug the knees back into the chest. So we're gonna come up into an inversion of your choice. So an inversion basically meaning the legs over the heart. So you can either just bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling without support. If you want to place a block underneath the sit bones, you can do that. If you want to use a wall, scooch the hips up as close as you can to a wall and then swing them up. If you want to come into a headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, whatever you're feeling, just get those legs up for a few breaths. If your legs are up and you want to flex those toes back and forth, you can do that too. Just letting the blood rush down. This pose is super helpful to do right before you go to bed. Allows us to sleep better or aids with sleeping better. And when you're ready, slowly start to draw the knees into the chest. If you have a block underneath you, go ahead and remove that. And then we'll hug those knees into our chest one more time, rocking from side to side. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, let the legs go long for your final resting for Shavasana. So go ahead and bring the palms to face up, take up some space. Go ahead and shrug those shoulders down away from the ears. Let the feet sway out. Closing the eyes and just committing yourself to these few moments of stillness. So begin to mentally repeat to yourself, my body is relaxing. My body is relaxing. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is relaxing. My mind is relaxing. My mind is completely relaxed. My breath is relaxing. My breath is relaxing. My breath is completely relaxed. And I allow myself to fall into a deeper and deeper meditative state with every natural exhale that I take. Begin to draw some deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Begin to find some movement in your fingers, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Rock the head from side to side. Go ahead and place both hands onto the heart center. And just think of one thing you're extremely grateful for today. The practice of gratitude brings us a better attitude in our everyday life. So just take a moment of gratitude for your practice if this is your first time for trying something new. Take a moment of gratitude for what your body can do, the mobility that you have. Take a moment for what may have a moment of gratitude for what may have came up in your practice. If you had any frustrations, emotions, sadness, anger, even joy come out, just take a moment of gratitude for that, for your body to release that. And as always, take a moment of gratitude for being you, because there's no one on this earth like you. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. And if you want more grounding energy, you can let the knees fall to the right. If you want more uplifting energy, let the knees fall to the left, curling yourself up into a ball for your fetal position. So letting the head rest onto the lower arm for a few moments here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a cross-legged, comfortable seat. Bringing the hands to the heart center. Let's inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me, guys. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful sleep or day, evening. Namaste.